to the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers. My name is Engle. I run a ministry called Esther Call. This has been a dream of my heart for 7 years, really for 12 years, that there would come a day, like in the day of Esther, when a death decree was over a nation. In the book of Esther, Haman's decreed the destruction of the Jewish people. And Esther, who had been promoted, became a queen. And for such a time as hers, she called a fast and risked her life and changed public policy through a 3-day fast. I've been dreaming about this moment when Esthers would arise from all across America to gather together to still believe that God, when we pray, releases mercy and justice to a nation. And today we stand in a historic moment. When Haman's decree would have been read on that day, it was Passover Eve. We had no idea when we set this moment and this day that we stand on Good Friday. It is also Passover Eve, to ask God to break the decree, not with anger toward people, but crying for mercy for us, His church, for Dallas, and for this nation. These Esthers have walked a woman's trail of tears. 7 years ago, we walked across the trail of tears, 70 young people praying through the South, understanding that abortion is connected with the historic injustices of our nation. We walked in the sandals of the American Indian justice. We walked in the sandals of the shoes, the Franklin shoes of the African American injustice. But now we have another great wave of injustice. And the God who ended slavery and who rose up in the days of Martin Luther King is still the God who can end abortion and release justice and mercy to a nation. We stand on that day. We stand in front of this federal court building where almost 40 years ago a law court case was initiated called Roe v. Wade. 40 years have passed. We're in the 40th year. 54 million babies' blood cries out to the ground for justice. Abortion is not a simple solution to a social problem. The shedding of innocent blood actually fuels the darkness over a nation. It's a spiritual thing. Secular man can't understand that. Secular judges cannot understand that. But the Bible, from the Old to the New Testament, proclaims that life is so precious, you do not shed it without ramifications. Folks, in America, blood is beginning to pursue us in the streets, in the drug lords on the border. Blood is being poured out. Racial, ethnic strife is on our doorsteps. But I want to tell you today,